And a lot of times it's not the skills, but actually the mindset that's holding us back. So can you provide us with some like practical strategies or ways around navigating that so culture and change management becomes an enabler, not a blocker?
I'm going to riff off what Aaron said about leadership, right? I totally agree. Again, violently agreeing. So
does that actually mean that if you don't have the right leader with the right mindset, like you stand zero chance?
Yes.
Is that ultimately?
Yeah, but also if you talked about culture, right? I'm a strong believer that organizations mimic the personality and the behavior of their leader, right? So I suspect Aaron, with his 1,000 employees, they probably all have those geeky podcast microphones, right?
A lot do, yes.
So, you know, I think when I look at sort of Shane Elliott, for example, he often just shares what he's reading. So he'll be giving an update to the organization about COVID or about strategy. And then he'll say, oh, by the way, I'm just reading this really cool book and I'm very excited about it. He often brings in a very diverse set of people to interview. So he himself shows an incredible curiosity across a very broad range of subjects, and he shows true kind of enthusiasm about other areas of other domains. He does the same with us. He's brought in a range of domains that he has recognized are important, but he's also acknowledged that he isn't familiar with them, and he's invited us to come and share our expertise. And so I from a cultural perspective, I think, you know, baseline is the most senior leader, and then very importantly, their leadership team need to be able to demonstrate these behaviors and actually be those generous folks who are kind of role modeling curiosity and showing that they truly value lifelong learning.
And I'll add, you know, you can't delegate this culture of learning to L&D. Like it's not something you can just say, hey, HR department, we need you to create this for the company. No, like it builds on what Opher is saying. The CEO has to demonstrate this every day. The entire executive leadership team has to be committed to, you know, to nurturing a culture of learning within the organization. And L&D and HR are there to support and facilitate and operationalize. But it requires, you know, the leadership to actually produce that vision and that the authentic, you know, commitment to that style of operating as an organization. And you can't fake it. It can't be outsourced. And so that's why we as a business intentionally engage with our technology leaders as we consider them our true buyers, even though, you know, most of the time it's L&D that's operationalizing the deployment and how it's actually going to work in the company. Because we want to be really close to them in how they're approaching it, what their strategy is, what leadership they're going to, you know, implement around, you know, this choice of using our platform to develop this type of culture.